Hello everyone, welcome back to the R Boxing Podcast with my new co-host Moz.
Hello.
And today's guest is AOG. He's been doing R Boxing for a long time. I'm Potato Farmer.
Well,
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Just watched the NFL on the news match.
So the first question I ask the guests on the podcast, how did you get into R Boxing?
How I got into our boxing, I was going through events like February 2021, and I saw this event named NFL, and I was like, how's there boxing in rec room? And then I went to this place, a place most people do boxing with no boxing facility, and I met Mr. Wheater, and then after a couple of spars against him, I joined FNL.
So that's how you got into FNL.
Yeah.
And through FNL, you got in the other leagues, like BBL.
Yeah, BBL. As part of Anarchy for a while, but I left that, say, with Royals, I believe.
Do you have any questions for Irish?
Well, FNL, you're a commentator and everything there. Is there any, things you would like to change in FNL or any of the boxing leagues?
Uh, I think it's pretty well run. I think there should be a lot more crackdown in the on the people talking. People are talking shit in chat, and it just clogs up everything. I want to hear about news in FNL. I don't want to hear fucking the baby talking shit about someone or something like that. Make sure they keep it in deep.
Understandable. So as you
And
know, in FNL, we have the new bare knuckle boxing as well. What's your guys' opinion on that?
My opinion on it is, what's the difference to it than just normal boxing? Is it just going to be same damage, same sort of thing, or is it always just going to be to the death? I don't think there's going to be much difference to it.
I mean, it's basically UFC, but with boxing rules. I mean, I want to go into the sport, not quite like it. Uh, I like the idea and stuff, so I'm excited for today's matches. If you didn't know, today are the first bare knuckle boxing fights at 2 p.m. GST. If you want to come, just join us. You can add either of us or just join the FNL Discord. It will be in a link in the description. And yeah. So Irish, how has your boxing experience been like?
Uh, me coming in and I see people like Tucker and all, they help me a lot. I know Cooker's not there anymore, I don't think. But yeah, and then Leo especially, Leo K, who's been there for years, longer than I have. I had my first fight against him, on BBL. I beat him twice. Humble brag.
And from all the leagues you fought in, which, on the topic of that, how many leagues have you fought in?
I've done 2 leagues and I've commentated in 4.
In which leagues exactly?
So I fought in FNL BBL, and I've commentated in Anarchy, Sonic Bancraft, FNL, and BBL, and the referee for BBL.
So it's been around for a long time.
Yes, I've been for coming up about a year now.
That's a lot. Um, what I wanted to ask you, from all the leagues you fought in, which was the best?
Which, like the best comment in BBL, obviously, but I think the best well-run one is probably FNL.
And have you had any fights that were for a title?
No, but I've commentated two title fights: Singh versus Mr. Wade and Hato versus White Mamba yesterday. I
Yes,
was a
of
very
course.
I was a very mediocre fighter.
So you said you've been around for about a year now.
Yeah.
What has changed in the whole boxing scene from when you
Well,
started to now?
well, you've got Zayn pretty much winning every match, and he pretty much brought in the like everyone just swinging, basically making it two-handed sword fighting. And there's also the addition of UFC into the thing and changes to the gloves.
And how had the boxing gloves changed?
So it's now what is it now? So it makes it a lot harder for you to drag up. Before, the how I like the fight was you go under or top, and the glove would go flying. Now they're lighter. You can't usually do that now.
I have a question for you, Mon. So you've been in FNO for a long time, right? And how did you become co-owner in FNO?
Well, we'll start off, Mari made the FNL League, so I joined it with him, started everything running. And then he asked me one day if I'd, want to be co-owner, so I decided, you know what, yeah, I'll go for it. And ever since, it's been a very good experience.
Another question: How what was your reaction to Dice getting co-owner and not you?
First I was a bit, disheartened from, because, I was there with Mari in the start, but done a very good, very good job at owner. So, but yeah, I mean, we can't always get everything.
And from the start where you've been there, how many admins have you had?
Uh, above me, definitely 20.
And which one of those were like ones where you said they did a fantastic job?
I
Like they
say,
were great.
well, Leo, he started off as an admin, and then he was co-owner, and now he's back as an admin. So I think he'd be up there at the top of the top with experience, I think. Uh, and then you yourself, you admin and head admin, and you're on trial at the moment. But I'd say you'd be up as well.
That's great to hear. So Irish, from the belts you've taken a look at from all the leagues, which one were your favorite?
Uh, FNL probably they are just it is probably the best one. It's probably the most exciting one, obviously. I think it is better than BBL. BBL's gotten a lot stagnated, while FNL is still growing.
And what do you think of the newer generation of fighters?
The new generation of fighters, I think a lot of them has been from trainers like Wayne all trying to train fighters into trying to defeat Zayn. And I think that's made a specific type of fighter, which is a perfect picture of the last generation, which is a lot of it's very aggressive, and they keep on the pressure. There's no release of the pressure in these fights anymore.
And from all the leagues you've been in, which league had the best boxing gloves?
Uh, BBL and FNL wanted the same, but I do think BBL got theirs first because I think Bandicoot was one of the ones who helped make it.
And you know, BBL, what has your relationship or friendship with Bandicoot been like? Like, have you been
Obviously,
admin in the league or help out as a staff?
I've never been I've never been admin in BBL. I have been admin in NL before I took a hiatus for like 3 months. But I am very close friends with Bandicoot. We do play basketball quite a lot in the rec room, and I was part of one of his leagues in basketball. So it's more outside boxing. Me and Bandicoot know each other more.
Right, so, who's your favorite fighter?
Who's my favorite fighter?
Yeah.
I think I have two, Mr. Wade and Leo. They've been there since I joined, and they've still managed to be just as good as they were before. I know Leo's lost quite a lot of fights, but outside of fighting competitively, he's probably one of the best ones in the league. It's just the way that he fights is really good. Now that I can't use my left hand anymore when I'm fighting, so I've started fighting more like a Leo, a lot more conservative. And Wade's just been just as good as he has been for about a year now.
And from the newer generation, who's your favorite fighter from there? Newer generation.
H2O, just because his height, playing his height, it's unstoppable. Whenever you put his height with a fighting style like Zane's, he's not as skilled as Zane, and I don't think he would beat Zane. But he is just as dominant in the league.
And who do you think would have a chance of beating H2O?
The baby always has a chance of beating him. He is the number one contender, I believe, right now. There's multiple people. I think if Wade had a chance in there, I think he would be able to game plan his way around H2O. And obviously, if Zane came back to FNL, I think he would always beat H2O.
And, you know, H2O and the babies are having an upcoming fight. Who do you think will
Yeah,
win that?
that's a close one. I think H2O is going to, because whenever two aggressive fighters come together, it's usually the bigger reach who wins, and no one in the league with a bigger reach in H2O. And just the way which the baby fights, he needs to have pressure most of the fight, while H2O really feeds off people trying to run after him, and then counter presses.
So, from all the boxing stadiums you've seen, which was the one you liked the most?
Which one? I really like the old FNL one, like the FNL one whenever I just started commentating. There was the big table, all the buns next to it, and then the big arena. I really liked that one. It was just a lot easier to get around, and it was just a lot, I think, better than the one before, the one right now. There was the one which
Yeah,
Tucker made, and
so,
then next.
from all the belts behind you, the KL one, the FNL UC one, and the old TBC one, which one of those do you like the most?
I like that one, the DC one. I think it
And
looks
why?
just like a real life belt. It does just, it stands out the most. Really, this one looks a bit, it just looks a bit off. Really, this one's too small and there's too much packed into it. This one's pretty much what you'd think of a boxing belt, whenever you think of a boxing belt.
Right, so on every end of the podcast episode, we have the boxing machine back there, and we let every guest on the episode have a go at the boxing machine. So if you would just come over here,
Right?
and I'll let you have a go.
No frick. It's quite hard to... Why? It's just fucking... Okay, that one didn't
Yeah,
write it down.
put it more on there.
Didn't go in. Oh. There we
There
go.
you go.
Body shot. 40. Bit disappointed I had 89 earlier.
Do you want to try again? Or you
Nah,
do
I'm
want
fine.
to do that?
And
Right.
break.
So everyone, that was the episode with Iris. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.